Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. This is your Gary Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. I pray that you are off to an amazing start to your day and that all has been well with you this weekend. So we're gonna we're gonna come on here and have a little good morning. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Hey my friend, thank you so much for joining. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Yes. Good morning, Roz. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. If you all can do me a favor, please drop in the comments where you are tuning in from on this amazing day. This is an amazing day, and I pray that you are having an amazing day. Good morning. Good morning to you, beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. I know for some of us the weather has changed, and so I got all this stuff going on, and head is really hurting. But we can't use that as no excuse. You see what the question is? What you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about it? We take some of the things that we have to face and encounter, some of our circumstances, situation, and we just use it as an excuse to sit still. But my question for you today is, what are you going to do about it? Yes, we got Dallas, Texas in the house. Thank you so much. Share, tag, and invite. Thank you so much. What are you going to do about that thing that is nagging at you? What are you going to do about that thing that you're not satisfied with? What are you going to do about that thing that you do not like? You have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice. And so, good morning, Lenora. Thank you so much for joining. When we come on, for me, I could have laid there and said, my head is hurting. It's hurting. It's hurting. It's hurting. But you know what I thought? I said, it's going to hurt laying here. It's going to hurt up. So you might as well be up and be productive because it is about, and it's not about not taking care of yourself because, you have somebody, they'll jump all on the other spectrum. Well, you got to, I know that too. But this is my point. My head is hurting anyway. So I can lay there. Good morning, Elegance. Thank you so much for joining. I can lay there talking about my head hurting. If I had to be at work, I was going. If I was going to church this morning, I would be there. We got to stop making excuses over stuff that's going to happen. We have allowed the things that is going to happen to us be an excuse for us stopping. So we have to make a decision to say that, you know what, I'm going to take care of what I need to take care. I'm going to do what I need to do. But this is not going to be an excuse for me to stop. Some of us has allowed COVID-19 to be our excuse. We have taken on a world problem and made it a personal problem when it haven't even hit your house. I know you wouldn't understand that, and we can go into great detail on that. But that's just one thing, and that may not have been a good example for you because we'll put it that it has happened to the world. It has done this, and it changed the world, and this and that. What it has done, it changed a lot of stuff. It did. It did. COVID-19 has changed a lot of things. It has changed how we operate. It's changed how we move about. It changed how we interact with people. It changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of people's lives. It has. By no good morning, Robert. Thank you so much. By no stretch of the imagination will I minimize the change that COVID-19 has brought about. But some of us has put on clothes that wasn't even ours. Some of us has taken on problems that wasn't even ours. Do you know how many people put themselves up on an umbrella when it wasn't raining? It wasn't raining. It was raining somewhere. It just wasn't raining. Good morning, Angela. Thank you so much for joining. It was raining somewhere. So why is it that you will pull out your umbrella because it's raining in Dallas and it's not raining in Arkansas? Not to say that you shouldn't be looking at the weather. But this is my point before you run and take it left field and before you go with it where I'm not trying to go. This is my point. We would use a world excuse We would use a world problem, we would use a world problem for a personal excuse for us not to move, for us not to take action, for us not to be present. We will take a world problem. See, like right now, a lot of us are using, we have, what's going on in the White House, but we're not looking at the things that are going on in our house. Right now, we're looking at the things that, not to say that there are not some things that we should contribute to, like like going out and doing early voting, like going out and voting on early day. Going out and voting on voting day, and all these different sorts of types of things. There are some things that we can do to contribute. But the day-to-day mundane things is really not our problem. The biggest thing that we can do is vote. And the thing that a lot of us don't do is we don't vote. We'll talk about the debates. Y'all not talking to me. I know this probably wasn't your message this morning. I know you're looking for, prosperity, and I know you're looking for name it and claim it. You may get some of that, but we're going to keep it like it is. Come on, what you going to do about it? See, we will talk about the debate, and we'll talk about what Biden said, and we'll talk about what this one said, and what that one said, and what they did, and what they promised, and this and that, and da 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 da. And when you ask a person, have you voted? No. Are you going to vote? No. Did you vote? No. So, y'all know how y'all do it. We would talk about the situation as if it was important, but we won't take actions as if it's important. Come on, y'all not going to talk to me. People will use the world problem as an excuse not to move. Come on now. You got to take action on the things that you're not satisfied with. We got to stop using common thinking and taking on common thinking. Common thinking is my vote don't count. I don't know how we got on voting, but that's where we are right now. We gonna move, but the common thinking is what my vote don't matter. Common thinking is they gonna put in who they want to put in there anyway. So we feel like we're not gonna go vote. We're not gonna take the time. I've already did mine, by the way. But we're not gonna take the time. People they fought for us to have our rights to vote. We haven't always, women, had an opportunity to vote. We always haven't had a voice. If we want to talk, let us talk on them ballots. Can we put them in the boxes? Click, click. Can we scan? Can we get our little styluses and go up in there and do what we got to do? Y'all not going to talk to me today. What are we going to do about it? Now, I'm going to get off your case about voting. If you hadn't vote early and got a free seafood. Come on now, somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Voted early and got a free seafood boil plate. George did too. Come on now, somebody. Love it. What are we going to do about it? Now, that is a big thing that can impact our world on if we vote or not. Because to be brutally honest, I think that no matter who we have, we're going to have some stuff that we're going to have to work through. Because sometimes stuff can be so bad and there's not enough time to get a thing fixed in the time that we allot to it. Because, see, we know that we can say that things should happen and it should happen like this and it should be done like that. We can all put a time on it when it's in somebody else's hand. But when it comes to us doing some things, don't put no time on me. Don't put no limit on me. Don't put no walls around me. We want all the time in the world to be able to fix something that we should have fixed yesterday. Y'all not going to talk to me. So what we going to do about it? So now we're going to get from the White House. I want to come to your house. What are you going to do about those things that you are tolerating? Those things that you're not satisfied? What are you going to do about it? See, we will start doing a thing. We will start doing a thing. And when we don't get the results that we want when we thought that we should, we'll quit. We will quit. We will quit fast, quick, and in a hurry because we're this microwave generation and we want it right now. We think that your room is so reflective. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This room, it brings me life. I love this room. Everything I put in here was put in here on purpose. Come on now, somebody. We have to be intentional on what we do. We have to, surround ourselves with spaces to say that this is my creative space. And you know what, Angela, even about this room, I wouldn't even come in this room. I had fixed this room up. I said, but honey, before I can anoint it, and I got my little oil right here. I said, before I can anoint this room and have this room with spirits of creativity, I wasn't coming in here to do nothing. My computer was in here. Everything was set up. I wasn't coming until I had time to spend time with the Lord to anoint it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story another day. But you have to surround yourself. You have to surround yourself. So what you going to do about your house? And I'm not talking about the physical stuff up in your house. I'm talking about what are you going to do about the house of your life? What are you going to do about the house of your life? The things that you're day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, not satisfied with. You're settling for mediocrity. You're settling. Some of us ain't even in the middle. We at the end of the spectrum. And we done told ourselves this lie. I love this thing. I'm like a little kid in the candy store. This little band, from my, what is the truth in this? I get up and put this thing on purpose every morning. Because I love it. And it's a reminder every time when you want to think about some crazy stuff that is not true, some stuff that I got to get it right. I want you to see this right where, throughout this presentation, I can just flex this wrist. Yes, that's it. I got it. What is the truth in the lie that you have been told that you can't do better? Even in the midst of COVID-19. What is this lie that you are believing? What is the lie that you are believing that everything is bad? Everything is bad because I believe that every law, there is a consequence when you break it, and there's a benefit when you keep it. And somebody said, ain't no benefit when I keep the law. And I've used the one about the law of speed. If you keep the law, you drive within the speed limit of your city, of your county, wherever you are, when you're traveling or whatever. The benefit of that is you don't have a ticket. The benefit of it is you don't have to go to court. The benefit of it is you don't have to get your driver's license suspended. You don't have to fork out this money. That's a benefit. Now, on the flip side, the consequence is if you get caught. First of all, the first thing we do, we embarrass when we get caught sitting on the side of the road and people passing by us and you trying to see, you wondering if sister so-and-so see you and brother so-and-so. Especially, in the back of your mind, you feeling like some kind of person when you done pass somebody and they pass back by you and they see you sitting on the side of the road and now you thinking what they think. If that just blew your mind, look, I like this. Look at that. If that just blew your mind, like, oh, what? You know how that I'm loving this stuff right here. I am loving this stuff. But and if you're loving it, we got this too. Yes. And if it blew your mind, bam. But anyway, you know how it is. So I believe in the law of polarity. So if all hell has been breaking loose in your life, on the other end of the spectrum, you got some stuff coming. So don't sit back there. Don't make a comfortable bed in the seat. You just got to keep on thinking, I'm getting out of this and it's going to be greater later. It's going to be better on the other side. Come on, y'all not going to talk to me today. It is going to be better on the other side. But see, sometimes when we're going through some things, we can stop right there. We will stop right there and think that, oh, pity me, poor me, I'm going through this. But you got to say, I am going to deal with what I got to deal with, but I'm not staying here. I got this thing that I tell people, I'll come and try to help pull you out your pit, but I can't come down there and stay with you. I can't come down there and stay with you. I'm going to do what I can to help you, but I can't stay with you. I need you to know that you have a power that you're not operating in. And if we sit on one side of the spectrum, that's a choice that we're making because we don't have to be there. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the truth in this? Do I have an option? Because see, we have perspectives. We have a will. We have intuition. We have a higher power. Because do you know animals have the same power we have? Animals, they can see. They can hear. They can use those five senses. But we have a higher power that we can tap in to that we don't use. Now, it's a different thing if you don't believe in it. That's your problem. You don't have to believe in anything that you don't want to believe in, but your non-belief in what could help you is what's keeping you stuck. It's so amazing. It's so amazing how we'll stay in a place when we got a key. We'll stay in a place when the door is open. We'll stay in a place when there's a vehicle moving in the direction that we're trying to go. Somebody has already asked us, do we want to ride? And you're like, no, I'm good. You know the good. The I'm good is the new I'm not happy. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. It's fine. It ain't fine. What is it that you're really working with? What is you dealing with? What do you want? And what is it going to take for you to get it? There's only two things that we need to know. We need to know where we are, and we need to know where we're going. And as smart as technology is, that's all we have to give it is our current location and our destination. That's good right there. That's good. If I don't say anything else, I've said enough. Because see, the gap can be filled in when you know the two pieces. You know how we used to do A plus B equal C? You have to find what C is. And I don't know what C is, but you know what A and B is. You know where you are. You know where you are. You know where you are. You know that you don't like you know you don't like life as it is. So now, you have to do what you can. You have to do what you can with what you have. You can use what you got to get what you want. Listen, you can use what you have to get what you want. Because see, this is the formula. Check this out. This is the formula. When we know where we are, I'm here. And we know where we want to go, there's a place, by the way. We need to know where we are and where we're going. And see the stuff in between, the process, the distance in between, all that stuff, we can figure that out along the way. Because see, how many of you have went to a place, you have physically traveled to a place that you did not know where you was, but technology allowed you to get there? That's the way I travel. I don't know no directions and no highway, but baby, I will go anywhere. I drove all the way to El Paso, Texas, that when I left my address in West Helena, Arkansas, I had not a clue how to get to El Paso, but my GPS did. And I trusted that system. I trusted her to tell me to go so many miles and to make a left and go on this exit and to do this and to do that. But see, a lot of us, we don't trust no system, but we want to trust in ourselves. But can I tell you something on this morning? Can I tell you something on this morning? If you were able to do it already, it would already be done. Somebody's saying, huh? What you talking about, girl? If you was able to fix your life by yourself, you would have already fixed it. Who want to go through hell? Who want to go through financial problems? Who want to have a broken marriage, broken relationships, lack of communication, no understanding, no money? Who want to get kicked out of their house? Who want to be on crack? And who want to be an alcoholic? They may begin to like it once it happened, but nobody wakes up and said that, you know what, I want to be a crackhead today. I want to be an alcoholic today. You know what? I want to be, I want to be divorced today. I want to be, because you married because you was happy. You was married because you said you was in love. You married because you had a need. I don't know what your need was. Some of it is for financial need. Some of y'all are not in real love. Can I be honest? But some of y'all are not in real love. You get married for other reasons. You get married for this, that, and the third. Come on now. My baby and I went to Texas 6 hours and 15 minutes away. Yes, if you got a system that can take you from where you are to where you going, boo, you can go wherever you want to go. But we are trusting a GPS system to take us into a location that we're not familiar with. But we won't trust a system to change our life. Huh? Come on, y'all not gonna talk to me today. We ain't gonna be on here long because I'm gonna get ready for this. I got one more day with the Dream Builders with Mary Morrissey. I've had 6 amazing days. 3 days with David Nigel with the Art of Success Summit, and then 3 days with Mary Morrissey. It has been life changing. Yes. And see, that's why you gotta, what I'm saying, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about not being at your destination? What you gonna do about not achieving your dream? What you gonna do about not accomplishing your goals? What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna keep on talking to the same people about the same stuff? Look, same plus same don't equal different. If we don't even have to put numbers in it, we can put words in it. Same plus same is not gonna get you different. It's not going to work. Same plus same is not going to get you different. Now, what is a negative? If we do a negative plus a positive, we subject to balance out to 0. But what we want to do is have a whole number on the other side. We don't want it to be 0. We want it to be something. We want to know where we are, where we're going. What is it that we need to do in between? Excuse me, what is it that we need to do in between? So I want you to really think about, if you have a system that can take you where you need to go, why not trust the system? You still trying to figure out, I don't know which way to turn. You don't have to know which way to turn. Listen at the system. If you're in these businesses, if you're in these we want to go in and do it our own way and do it out. You got people that's already have tested, that it's been tested and tried and it's been proven to work. But we want to go in there and do our own thing. We want to go in there shortcutting. We don't want to do what we got to do. Same plus same don't equal. Don't equal different. So what are you going to do different about what you've been doing to get what you want? What are you going to do different about what you've been doing? That's what it's going to require for a change to come about in your life. It's going to require you to think different. It's going to require you to move different. And it's going to require you to believe different. Because let me tell you something. You can learn all you want to learn. You can show up as much as you want to show up. But if you don't do anything with it, you can accumulate all the knowledge that you want to. Baby, you can read book after book. You see the books? Let me see. If I can turn it over here just a little bit. And that's not even all. I haven't even finished. I got books galore in a whole nother bookshelf in another room. But look, you can read all the books you want to. You can come on here and be inspired and motivated and empowered and excited as you want to. And when we hit this end live video button, and you go back and doing the same thing you was doing before you got on here, instead of you getting off of here and saying, let me write out a plan, let me get this list going, let me call these people. You ain't got to call people today because today is Sunday. You ain't got to call nobody today, but baby, you need to be ready bright and early in the morning. You need to be bright. You need to be ready bright and early in the morning to get your game started, to get yourself going, to get you closer to your destination and get you farther from where your current location. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. You need to get moving closer to your destination and farther from your current location. Farther from your problem. Farther from your pain. Farther from your pit. You need to be working your way out. You need to be working your way through. You need to be working your way around. Work your way over and say, I'm coming up out of this pit. I'm not going to stay here. Pandemic, you can't hold me down. Come on now, somebody. Lost job, you can't hold me down. Because you know what? There are so many opportunities out here that we can be tapping into, but we're making an excuse. We're making an excuse. You don't have to have franchise money. You don't have to be traveling across town and having that kind of money. You're making an excuse as to why you can't be great. You know why? Because you don't believe in the dream big enough. You don't believe in the dream hard enough. You don't believe in the dream. You don't believe that you can do it. You have allowed somebody on the outside of you to tell you what you can't do. You're not going to tell me what I cannot achieve when I put my all into it. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me today. Good morning, Patricia. Thank you so much for joining. You got to say that I'm going to put my all. You got to be willing to put everything in it. Put in what you got. See, right now, you ain't got to have no money to have an imagination. You can have an imagination, and see, somebody don't believe that you can think your way out. And just like when you give, a lot of times we think, well, I don't have no money to give. I don't have nothing to give. I don't have nothing. I don't have but a little bit. Do you know you can give your way out of debt? You can give your way out of a situation. You can give, because see, when you give to people that have less than you have, doors will begin to open. Ways will begin to make. But see, what we do, we pity ourselves because we look at what we got. But see, you got to stop putting your focus and your attention on where you are and keep on looking at where you're trying to go. You got to put your eyes in the direction that you're heading. Stop looking back there. Back there is not going to get you this way. Listen, back there is not going to take you forward on where you're trying to go. I know you've been through some stuff. I know some stuff happened. I know some people did some stuff. I know some people hurt you, disappointed you. You thought this was going to happen. I know you thought you would have been married by now. I know you thought you would have had a baby by now. I know you thought you would have bought your first house. I know you thought you would have had your first business partner. I know you thought you would have made your first check. I know you thought you would have had that promotion. There's a lot of things that you thought was going to happen that haven't. But don't let that stop you from continuing to move, because our objective is to get from where we are. So we have to keep moving in the direction that we want to go. You got to work a little harder. It's not easy. It's not easy. But can I tell you something? It's worth it. When you finally, I don't care if it's 10 years down the road, when you finally meet that your boo and he put a smile on your face, and when you finally find somebody that is more that is interested in you just like you're interested in them, you're not in a one-sided relationship. When you finally get to a place, come on now somebody, when you finally get to the place that you are able to save for your down payment on your dream car, your dream house, when you finally get to around people that you can appreciate, where you can be in relationships of reciprocity, where you can give and take, and you don't have to be the one just putting in and putting out, but you can give a little and you can get a little. You can encourage some and you can be encouraged. You can love and you can feel love. You can be, when you finally get there, are you going to be objective to say that I finally made it across this threshold? Or are you going to keep on complaining to say, well, no, I would rather be where I was? The devil is a liar. He's a liar. You got to ask yourself, what's the truth in this? What is the truth in these lies that I have been believing, that I can't do better? I can do better. I will be better. I would have better. You got to make up in your mind that I am not going to make another excuse for not showing up. Look at me. I want you to show up for yourself. If you don't do it for nobody else, show up for yourself. I could have laid there this morning, and even right now, my head is feeling a little better. One, because this room is cool, but I could have laid there with an excuse that, oh, my head is pounding, and it's hurting from here all the way back to here and all up in here. I could have laid there with that excuse and figured, and I could have sitting there and had a pity party with myself because my head was hurting. But you know what? I got stuff to do. I don't have time for that. And when my day come, when my life end, I would have all the time in the world to rest and all these different sorts of types of things. I'm going to do what I got to do. But at the same time, we got to stop making excuses for non-movement. It's time to move. It is time to move. It is time for us. And you know what really kills me with y'all? When somebody come and try to get you, you're so prideful. You're so prideful. We have allowed shame and doubt and fear of what people say. We have allowed that to stop us from getting help. Somebody try to come and get your behind, and you tell me, I already got somebody coming. You know you ain't got nobody on the way. You refuse to get the help they'll stop to come and get you because you saying, my cousin already doing it. If your cousin had captured your attention on what they was already doing, you would already be in it, right? So why is it? See, but this is what y'all do. I'm talking to my people like in these MLM business and these businesses and these, the first thing, I think my cousin doing it. That's an excuse for you not to respond. That's one. I want to tell it to you like that. That's one. Let's stop the lies. Let's stop the lie. Let's stop that. That's the first thing that you don't want to admit, that either you don't have the money to get started, you don't feel like you can get started or whatever. So the first thing we need to stop telling ourselves is the lies that, we'll say, my cousin, I think my cousin doing it, my auntie doing it, I think my uncle doing it. But you know what? They don't even deserve to have you on their team. If they've been doing it and if they've been making a profit, if they have been changing their lives and they haven't introduced it to you to a point that they had convinced you enough to do it, why are you going to let them make some more money off of you when they've been making money and ain't tried to get you in the game? That's one. I don't get y'all. And then two, you will say, I'm gonna check with my auntie to see. Look, change is for you. If I got somebody in my life that's been doing some things and you ain't getting me up in the game and somebody else come, I ain't caring about you caring about me being on somebody else's team, because you should have told me when you got started. But what we do, we sit back and say, well, I'm a check with my. That's just like when new innovative ideas come and you don't do nothing with them. And then when you see somebody else that moved on the idea that you had and I had that same idea. That's a bunch of stuff that you need to keep to yourself. Because having an idea and you're not executing it, come on now somebody. Good morning, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining. Having an idea and you're not executing on it, it don't mean flip. I wanted to ask her out. Why you gonna wait till she get with somebody when you knew she was single all the time? Now you want to slide yourself up in the door and interrupt on somebody else's game. Come on now, somebody. Y'all not gonna talk to me. She been by herself all the time. Have you noticed how that works? You can be by yourself all the time. You can be unmarried all the time. You can be single all the time. You can be broke all the time. And when somebody else come and try to offer you an opportunity, the best thing that you can say is, oh, I think my uncle doing that. I'm gonna see what my uncle doing. I had talked to somebody about that in the past, but you ain't did nothing with it, and you still struggling. You still trying to figure out how you gonna put two nickels together. You trying to figure out how you gonna get your light bill paid. You trying to figure out how you gonna go to the family gathering. I know that ain't the case now. You trying to figure out how you gonna buy your ticket, how you gonna get your plane ticket, how you gonna take your vacation. You still trying to figure out because you haven't did nothing with what they told you. Come on now, somebody. I'm blowing my own mind. What? Y'all not gonna talk to me? Stop making the excuse. I don't care if it's your church member. If your church member is afraid to talk to you about what she working on, go work with somebody else. We giving people all this credit. We giving this come on now, somebody. We giving people all this power over us, and they not trying to help us get nowhere. See, that's when sometimes I get a little irritated with you all, because sometimes share some stuff with you and y'all, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna check with my TT, and your TT ain't doing nothing with it because she don't believe that she can do nothing. Can I be honest? I don't get mad. Take the lesson and leave the pain. But you got to know, you got to stop all this foolishness. You're still suffering. You still don't have what you want. You still can't drive what you want to drive. You still not living in the house that you want to live in. You still not able to pay all your bills because you got to rob Peter to pay Paul because you waiting on your TT. and your TT has went on a sabbatical. See, we'll get so deep, and I'm not trying to be funny, but some of us, we'll get so spiritual when it's time to move on stuff that we know we need to be moving on. God has already given you permission to act in that area, but we'll say, I'm still just waiting on the Lord. Nowhere, you helping me, you helping me today. Come on now, somebody. I don't want, we got to stop using these excuses. If you're going to do something, you want to change something, you want to be something, just be it. But we always afraid of who going to be mad at us, who not going to like us because we didn't get on their team. If you didn't tell me about the opportunity, you don't deserve to have me on your team. How long you been with the company? 2 years, and you ain't told nobody about it. And then soon as I join somebody else's team, you gonna say you should have got on my team. And then you feel guilty about it. Why? I gotta get ready to get out of here because I'm gonna fix my kids some breakfast. And we all broke. That's crazy. That is crazy to me, Sharon. That is crazy. But I refuse. I'm not going to let you hold me back because you don't want to move forward. Whoever come to me with an opportunity, baby, I'm going to do it. Because see, this is what gets us. This is what gets us. We get all sensitive. We get all emotional. We get all personal. Baby, a no ain't personal. You not, come on now, somebody. Good morning, Dolores. Thank you so much for joining. You not no virgin to know. You heard no all your upcoming. You heard no when you was one. You heard no. You heard some big no's. No. Don't touch that. No, don't go in there. No, you can't have it. You done heard no before, but when we get grown, now we act like we a virgin to no. You done heard no before. You ain't no virgin to no. Then when you move and do that something, they get mad. They can get mad and get glad in them same pants. You got to stop sitting back letting somebody else hold your future. You can't grow unless they come. Come on now, somebody. You can't grow unless your family members that's not moving, that's not doing nothing, not sharing nothing, don't even really want you to know about the opportunity anyway. Because how many people do you know? They are okay with you where you are. But when people think you're going to pass them with something, now they don't like you. Y'all better stop sitting back suffering. You better stop sitting back suffering, waiting on your cousin, waiting on cousin Pookie and Tasha and Boo and Bay, all these folks. You better stop sitting back suffering when you could have been farther than where you are. And see, a lot of people will say, well, it's not, it's not about the money for me. I just like helping people. You can't even help people broke. Because sometimes they need more than a word, baby. They need more than a word. So you got to stop fooling yourself because you are inactive and you don't have what they need. And so your excuse is, I want to just help people. You can help people by you can build some food centers and some clothing centers, and you can build some jobs, and you can help people but you can build some water wells. And there are so many things that there are so many things that you can do to help people, but we'll use the excuse when we ain't got no money that I just like to help people and I don't do it for the money. Boo, we know that it takes money to do everything. Because can you help yourself take a bath without water? And you can't have water without paying your water bill. Can you help yourself to see in your house when it's dark and without light, when you don't go pay energy or Memphis Light water and gas, or whoever your supplier is? When you don't pay, now I know they done gave y'all some extensions, and we have used COVID as an excuse when you could have paid. Y'all not gonna talk to me today. We've used COVID as an excuse to pay what we could have paid, and then when they tell you they need it all at the same time, you can't do a doggone thing. But when there's opportunities for you to make money, we sitting back talking about we gonna wait. You gonna wait for what? We've been waiting all our lives. We've been waiting all our life. What you waiting for? I'm not waiting on nothing. Good morning, Pam. I'm not waiting on nothing and nobody. We got to get to a point that we're ready to move. You need money. You got to have money. I can't eat without money. You got to do something. And the word tells us that when you don't work, you don't eat. But we think that somebody's supposed to do it for us. And we'll sit back and make all these excuses. They've made it easy for us to make money. You know what? Making money is not hard. It's what you believe about making money that makes it hard. It's not hard. But see, we didn't got in this thing. We get in this sabbatical thinking that we feel like that we gotta suffer. We have put this is the paradigm. These are the lies. But we gotta ask ourselves, what? Let me get back over here. What's the truth? What's the truth in this? We think that we have, I'm not waiting either. I'm building. Come on now, somebody. We have associated hard work with value. We figure, I gotta work hard, I gotta work all these hours. I'm working hard. You working hard, but you're not getting anywhere. Do you know that I gave that example about, knowing where you are. And in 3 minutes, I'm getting out of here. Knowing where you are and knowing where you're going. But listen, check this out. Check this out. You can have a person that have a car. And you can have a person that start off walking. They're arrogant and, they're prideful and they're embarrassed and they're shamed. They're doubtful and fearful. And they start off and you'll see them like, dog, that person, you may see them in another town that they didn't walk. They probably been walking for 2 days. They ain't almost where they need to be. But there was cars that had stopped by to pick them up. And what we said, I'm fine. I'm good. You could have been where you trying to go long time ago. But instead of you getting your crazy self in the car, you choose to walk. Don't get stuck on me saying crazy. Because see, some of y'all, you done lost interest. I know she ain't said crazy, this and that, this and that. See, that's the problem. We get offended. Good morning, Willie. Thank you so much for joining. We get offended by what we hear and how it's said, and we'll get stuck on the one thing instead of us taking the nugget and say that, you know what, I'm gonna chew on that, and you know what, that's so right. Why am I walking when I can be riding? Why am I still stuck in the same place when I can be moving forward? Why am I still depending on my job to be my main thing when that should be my side thing? Your job should be your dream funder. Because what your job is doing is your job is somebody else's dream builder. You're working hard and you're being dedicated and you got all these good work ethics for somebody else's dream. That was me. Busy doing nothing. My God. Why are you walking when you can be riding? Why are you settling when you can be living the life of your dream? We are faithful to a job that when we leave there, everything that we was faithful to is gone. You ask people, do you need coverage? Do you need insurance? Well, I got it on my job. But guess what? On your job, insurance don't go with you when they tell you I'm closing my doors, or when they tell you you're terminated, when they tell you that we're laying off, when they tell you we downsizing, when they tell you all these things. None of that stuff go with you. You need insurance outside of your job. Why? You in your youth, you done paid into a policy that when now you get out, you trying to get a policy that you too old to get into. Now they tell you you're uninsurable. You got all these medical diagnoses. I was just reading this morning, praying for a sister this morning where her niece was diagnosed with cancer 30 days ago and now she's gone. As of this morning, 30 days gone. But we will commit to our jobs. Do you know on most jobs, if you're in a group plan of insurance, and I ain't talking about even your life insurance, I'm talking about your medical insurance, that you can be to work so hard and you can be to dedicated to a job for 20 years. And then when they let you go, depending on the day of the month, that's your day of insurance. Now check this out. They can let you go on the first of the month and your insurance end on the last day. They can let you go on the last day of the month and your insurance gonna end at midnight on the same day. You gonna end on the same month. Bam! All that dedication, all that showing up, all that being dedicated to them and doing what they wanted you to do, jumping when they wanted you to jump, saying what they wanted you to say, you neglecting your family, not making no memories, acting like you couldn't take your vacation days, and then now what you got? And then we feel a certain kind of way when they tell you that you're no longer needed. We're downsizing. Do you know how many people lost their job when COVID came, when they didn't know what to do with their financial plan? Huh? We got to remember, when you put all your confidence and faith in man, you bound to fail. You gon' fail. You're going to fail. So we tell ourselves, I got this on my job. I got this through my job. I got this through my job. And when your job is gone, because don't think you're going to be on your job forever. You need to be building something that can be providing for your family now while you have a job. Don't wait till you're broke and saying, well, if I had the money, I would have, I start. End up being stuck in a rut. You better say it again, Willie. We need to catch up. It's been a long time. We need to catch up. It's time to plan and invest in you. I made one of the largest investments in my whole entire life in one day on Thursday. As I talked to the Lord, and I didn't talk to him long. See, that's the thing. Y'all go on a 30-day sabbatical, a year sabbatical, the opportunity to be them passed by. I didn't have all day. And if you already got a relationship with God, it don't take long for you to hear from him. But when I asked the question, he said, what better investment than to make in yourself? I said, yes, I love it. Love it. I said, oh, it's a yes for me. You got to stop lying to yourself, making an excuse to yourself that you got to get all this stuff together before you can start. And I'm going to leave you with this scripture. Matthew 6:33 says, but if you seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, all the other things will be added. So you don't have to wait till you get this together and that together, get this in order and get this straight and get this and get that and do this and do that and do this and do this. And when I do this and when I do that and after the kids grow up and then this and that and then when I get in a better financial position, do it now. If you want to be in a better financial position, do it now, because what you do is going to be what's going to help you get in a better financial position. Because can we be honest? If we keep on doing what we've always done, it's not going to get us nothing different. Look, I gotta go. I got 41 minutes before this last day. I'm pumped. I'm fired up, and I done talked myself to the point that I don't feel like my head hurting. I'm knowing it's probably still doing some stuff, but you know, with it or without it, I got stuff to do, places to go, people to see, things to accomplish. I don't have time laying around making excuses, baby. We gotta move. And some of you, I'm so glad to see you all. Haven't seen you in a long time. Let's catch up. Don't be a stranger. Willie, let's catch up. I need to talk to you. Good to see you all. But I pray that I've said something to get you moving, or at least get you thinking differently. Because different thoughts will begin to make you take different actions. I thank God for you because you open up my eyes and my mind and unwrapping my gifts. Keep obeying God. It's tight, but it's right. Amen. God bless you. Let's do it. Let's stop sitting back having these pity parties for ourselves, and let's start throwing parties that we are a part of. Can we do that? Let's start throwing parties that we are a part of to say, you know what? I am enjoying my life. I may not have seen some of you all, but I know you're not sitting back having no pity parties. No, we are doing things. We're making some stuff happen. Look, if you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O. founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I am known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating. You got it. Get your dreams out of your head and to your life. Let them stop being so stuck up. Stop being so stuck up. Loosen up, honey. Stop being so deep. Come up on the surface. Let's breathe and let's change our lives. It's time for us to, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. You can do it if you want to do it. Ask yourself, what's the truth in this? I'll talk to you later.